chasing fallow deer with my bow. I've got a few bucks croaking in the background, so what they're doing is they're pretty territorial, and the bucks will croak at the does, but also as a challenge, kind of like mule deer grunting, whitetails grunting, elk bugling. Sounds like. And I got a couple bucks croaking down here that I can't see. I'm just gonna move in and see if I can finally get eyes on them. I'm looking for a decent buck, a mature buck, a good buck. But if I happen to get within range of a doe or something on the way, I'll take it and then pass up, smaller bucks. Let's go take a look. I just love chasing fallow deer with the bow, especially when they're croaking like this. It's so much fun, just chasing that sound and getting eyes on a buck. Hopefully I can find a real territorial one that just kind of on his rut pad croaking, and then get into a place where I can make a stalk. Trouble is there's so many freaking does. There's a lot of eyes you gotta get past. Some of these bucks will amass just giant herds, giant groups of does. I've got this buck just tearing up this grass over here. It's a super cool looking buck. He's got just like hands on the back, but a little bit shorter on one side. Such a cool deer. I think I'm gonna keep going and look for this one that's croaking back here. They just kind of shut up though. I don't know if they're all just ripping up the ground or what. Popped up around the corner, and there's two bucks right here. Let's see what they're doing. That's a good buck. Drop it back. It's moving this way. Damn it. That was such a good heavy buck. I moved in, he was by himself. He'd split off from the does. There's another little spiker with him. And he started walking my way. I had good cover in these rocks, but I didn't really understand the way that this hill wrapped around, so I thought I wouldn't be able to see him from down there. I circled around because I thought he was going over the top. This is just where being a little more situationally aware and not focusing in too much could have saved me. I made a big mistake because I tried to bow hunt at a level where you don't make mistakes, right? One different move is the difference between success and a buck running off, and that was a buck running off. And sometimes you only get one chance like that. Damn it. All right. I'm walking back, and over this gully in front of me is like a white-colored fallow buck feeding super hard. I don't know how big he is, but he's distracted, so I'm gonna hustle, try to get over there, get within range, and then assess him. This white buck's just a young buck. I got 15 yards away, and then he started to go off. So cool. Man, if that was a good deer, that would have been a phenomenal stalk. It's hard to get that close to these things. It's super overcast today, and I think the bucks are just almost a little post-rut where they're kind of feeding, but they're also messing with the does. So that's how I killed my buck with a mouth tab a few years ago, where they're chasing the does. They still want to be with the does in the morning, and then they just bust off and feed. And this is similar to what elk do like early October. sometimes that can be a great time to kill a big buck or big bull, because they're still with the does, but they're also, like, the mature ones have done a lot of rutting and they're starting to like transition into the feed. And when they isolate themselves, they get very susceptible to getting sneaked on. Well, the sun's starting to come up. I got a good buck spotted on the ridge, maybe 600 yards away. The wind, if I can get the wind right, I'm gonna make a play. I just spotted a really big buck. My heart's already pounding just seeing big palms and paddles like that. It's a good deer. He's got a bunch of does and he's probably 60 yards below the top of the hill. I was waiting for him to bed, but I don't want him to get too far out. And he was moving up, so if I get lucky, he'll be at the top of the group. I'm just gonna go in and see if I can get an angle on him. And if not, I'll back out and try again. I'm just gonna be patient. Calm myself down. I'm already like heart just going. Just watching him. You find one like that, you don't want to mess up. Bummer. I got drawn back, but I actually had this fence in between. There's this fence here, and when I stood up, I thought I'd clear it, and I just couldn't, in good faith, shoot through the fence. Son of a gun. That sucks. I'm gonna move up and see if I can relocate him, but that was a good buck, and no dice. Alright, well, today's my last day. It's all in day. I didn't have that many days to hunt. Just kind of a short trip. Took out the hunt winner. Got a day or two to hunt for myself. Just got to make it happen today. It's a long way to travel to come up empty. So I had some really good stalks, some really good opportunities, but I got to make it happen today. It's all or nothing. So a lot of pressure. Sometimes like just pressure I put on myself. I'm gonna hunt hard and see what we can turn up. There's a lot of croaking this morning. I've got one croaking just over this ridge. Sneak in there and see what he looks like. I had a perfect setup. They were probably just 30, 40 yards on the other side of this rock. He was croaking and tending this doe, just gurgling. And this other croaking buck ran in while that was going on, and they just started running. He was like on it. He was distracted. Damn it. I'm waiting here, and the buck actually circled back to these does in front of me. He's about 170 yards. I'm just gonna hang out and see what happens. Spotted a really big buck. Just moving down this fence line here. He's got some does on both sides. Now it looks like he's moving down to some other does. Let's sit here, watch him, wait for him to bed up for the day, and hopefully be able to make a good play on him. I did some maneuvering, and I've got the buck on the hillside below the ridge. There's a bunch of does above him. Couple of does with him. I don't know how long he'll stay there, but I'm gonna work around and try to get into position for a shot as long as the wind's good where I'm going. I've been going up and down the mountains like a machine. I haven't even stopped to film some of it because I'm just chasing. But I've got a good buck on this ridge line over here. I gotta go down this canyon up that side. Probably back over there. Time to go. I'm gonna hustle. He's by himself. And I've got it. Okay, wait. What an epic stalk, what an epic shot. He was bedded and I just had to get him up, and I just kept grunting and I had it ready. And as soon as I saw him start to lift, my shot broke and it was perfect. Here he goes. He's down, 20 yards away. Oh man, what a buck. Oh my gosh. That's why I bow hunt. Oh my gosh, that was absolutely insane. The last evening of the last day, I was thinking I wasn't going to get anything. I'd seen this big buck. I stalked him, spent all day looking for him. Found another nice buck, stalked that buck, and the just setup was bad. And I was looking at my watch going, well, I've got no time left, but I gotta just go look and see around this corner. I look and here he is bedded, and there's a sheep fence between me and the deer. I sneak in and I'm just like, look, yard sale. Binoculars are over here, shoes are way back there, packs at the top of the mountain. I was 40 yards away, and the trouble was I had this fence in the way, so I had to crawl to the fence so I knew that I could shoot over. And I just set the camera up because there's no way I could have got here with the camera. It would not have worked. So I belly crawl in, get my arrow set up. I might have got me shooting on my phone. The deer across the way stood up, and he's looking at him. This is my chance to draw. I draw back, and I'm just settled in. Everything's perfect, and I slowly raise up. As I'm raising up, he turns toward me, but he still can't see me because of the slope. And he's quartered to me. I just put it on the inside of his shoulder and let it break, and that shot just felt perfect, and it just hit him. He ran 20 yards and fell over instantly. Holy smokes, what a buck. I'm gonna go get my stuff. What a deer. New Zealand again with a giant. Look at this deer. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. That is incredible. That is a giant fallow deer. Like, they just do not get much bigger than that for a free range buck. Holy smokes. What an absolute beast. Look at that. Just long, big palms, back scratchers, nice tine length. Just a beautiful deer. Oh, that shot was perfect. I got my arrow. Still sharp. Blew clean through the buck. Top of the front shoulder and all the way through, double lung. I knew for a fact I would punch through and kill that buck at 40 yards with this broadhead. Like, I mean, with my 70-pound bow, this is zipped through a muskox. It's just like, this is why I use these Day 6 Evo broadheads for times like this where it really matters. I just can't say enough about having a bow setup that has good penetration, especially for elk hunting or shoot anything. It allows you to make lethal shots. Yeah, gonna load the buck up and pack him out of here. Got a little bit of a half moon here, so some light to get out in these open hills is nice. What a great day. So cool. Get to pack a big buck out in the dark. Man, what a last day. What a way to end the hunt here. What an incredible trip. Some great fallow deer. Gosh, man, just a really, really good hunt. That was fun.